Hello everybody, and welcome to After Hours, brought to you by our wonderful sponsor again, Glenfarclas. We've got the whiskey here, we've got a great show tonight. Going to fly through the racing. We had a very wet day at Cheltenham, but let's see what we got coming up on the show this evening. So coming up is, we've got Daryl Jacob, he's joining us. As you can probably see in the picture, he's our first guest of the night. We're going to have a roundup of today's racing. We're going to talk all things Queen Mother, with the Nergamine taking the title. We've got Tiger Roll reaction as well. And Josh Stacey is going to be joining us to talk about tomorrow's racing. We've got the Ryanair and the Stayers as well.
And I'm here.
No, well, you're here. I haven't got round to introducing you yet.
Oh, sorry.
You're jumping the gun again.
I was just like being a bit like freezing crowd.
So, like, you get a little bit of rain on you, Alice Plunkett, and it's like fairy dust. She comes alive like a little princess, aren't you? But they say these are my two guests tonight. Daryl Jacob, he had one ride today. We've got Alice Plunkett, as we got all week. You're part of this now.
Right.
Cheers. It's like, do you know what
we need one of these, don't we?
You would be like having to introduce Sue Barker on Question of Sport, because
Oh.
you're a regular. Yes, lovely drink.
Ooh, that's warmed us up.
The question of the day, quickly, just before we get on to this, for everybody at home, we want to know in the comments on the After Hours stream, one word to describe Tiger Roll. Obviously, in that sort of time, we'll have more reactions to that, but one word, how would you describe Tiger Roll? And tonight's guest, Daryl.
Are you alright?
I'm very well, all the better for seeing you. You gotta get a bit of this down, your boy. Warm them cockles
Warm
up.
it up, yes.
What was it like riding out there today? I mean, it is extreme conditions, isn't it?
But put it this way, I'd rather be riding out there on heavy ground than go on firm ground or like galloping up the M5.
You said it was quite nice to us a minute ago.
Yeah,
in a
no,
weird
it
way.
is. It's lovely. But the only thing is, when it's that wet and splashy, there was three hurdles there. They were like speed bumps to me. I hadn't a clue where the hurdles were. I just didn't see
Hope
them.
the horse season.
Yeah, you're
But
just wiping
how
your goggles.
good was it to walk out that way and after 3 months of torture, watching everybody else? And I never thought you. I mean, no offence, but I never thought you'd be back for the festival.
No, I was always up against it, but as you know, Alice, I'm quite with my brain. I'm quite strong-willed if I want to get there. Yeah,
Dedicated.
I always had it in my head, even though it was probably unrealistic target getting back. I always had it in my head. I will get back, and look at it. It's fantastic to be here.
Oaksey House, just got to say. Quick.
Yeah, Oaksey House,
The job
amazing,
is fun,
yeah.
Because seriously, it wouldn't have been possible without them.
Absolutely not. I mean, they're fantastic. I mean, the way they treat us, the rehab that they do, the schedule they have there, and it's just a fantastic facility.
Yeah.
They've got everything there for us.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Oaksey House is like the rehabilitation centre for jockeys, where they go after injury, gets them back fit and strong, gets them into almost essentially riding condition. Obviously, that's what they did for you. But it came at a price because obviously Daryl hasn't put on his riding boots for a while. And tell us what happened.
Yeah, they're just getting a bit tight.
Is that
Did you
'cause
really-
you're fat, or you've gone too strong on the legs, like Chris?
Too many calf races.
Yeah, just too many calf raises. Yeah, it's just like you say.
Were they
it's just
really
strong.
struggling to do up?
Yeah, I couldn't get them up yet. They went halfway up my calves, and that was it. They weren't going any
So you
further.
were right, were they flapping a bit when you were riding? Couldn't get the zip right?
Yeah, they were a bit, but anyway, we'll pass on that one.
As you do. We've got a few questions for you, first and foremost, just to get a little feel. You're a great lad, obviously, as we know. Wow, as
Great
I
lad.
know.
I've never been called
Great
that one.
lad.
A great
There you
lad.
go, great lad.
I think you're a great lad.
Oh, tell you
He
what.
occasionally makes me laugh from time to time. I bump into him and he comes charging over with a fist bump. I'm like, Daryl, good boy, but talk to me. Home or away or neighbours?
I was a massive fan of Neighbours.
Were you?
Massive, yeah, when I was younger. But obviously they've changed now. It's gone off. So if I'm being honest, I haven't watched it for a few years now. When I was a kid, every day, home and away.
What did Katie Walsh say she liked yesterday?
She was home and away. She was saying about neighbours how when they had a party, they
They have like 4 or 5 people. Yeah, that's
Definitely
it.
home and away all day long. Alf Stewart, what a legend.
Right, England or Ireland?
Definitely Ireland.
Definitely Ireland. Bentley or BMW?
Oh, I'm doing a bit for Bentley.
Yeah, say the right
Bentley.
one.
You're too tight to pay for the fuel. What are you on
Yeah, no, I
about?
wouldn't drive one. It's too expensive for fuel, no chance.
And a Randox.
15 miles a gallon, no
Oh,
chance.
mate, oh, it's a
It's
killer.
worth
isn't
it.
I've
If
watched
you
them.
were, it would be worth it. Bentley, I'm totally fine with the fuel costs. If you wanted me to drive one, I'm more than happy.
I've
Ed's
seen
got
some-
one, hasn't he? Ed's got one.
Yeah, Ed gets where water doesn't.
I know.
I'll have one of them. He picks it up. It cracks me up. The memes going around it regarding the fuel at the minute. I've seen someone topped up 20 quid and the person beside him go, "What are you going to do with that? Pull off the 4 coin, pull into number 4." Like, it's carnage at the minute.
Ridiculous, what? 197.
197. Jesus. Right. Randox Grand National, the Boodles Gold Cup.
I've always been a Grand National. I'm lucky enough to win it. Now that I've won it, I'd love to win the Gold Cup. So Grand National, I love it.
Good man. Yeah. And your tea of choice, you Lions or Barry's? Lions tea. I know Barry's tea because Richie McClernand tells.
Do you know I'm going to go in green tea.
Green tea.
Green tea. I love that green
It's
tea.
great for
matcha.
Yeah, but honestly, Alice, for digesting food, green tea is fantastic.
This is something I never thought. Sit between Chris Hughes and Daryl Jacob and getting a lecture on green tea.
Nutrition. We'll teach you all about nutrition. We're two finely tuned athletes. One's come back too finely tuned, but yeah, they would do it. And give us your best English accent.
No chance.
Come on.
No, I don't even going to go down there because whenever I go home, people say I've turned English, but then when I'm over here, say I'm Irish. So do you know, I'm in the middle of both. No,
I stitched myself up yesterday. We obviously had Katie Walsh then, and I said at the end, I said, do you know what? You chatting to me, it makes me like I'm starting to feel like in my head I'm talking in an Irish twang. I obviously wasn't, so I had to do a pathetic Irish accent.
Show him it.
No. I'll do it at the end of the show. I'll wrap up in Irish again.
It was good.
I'll wrap up in Irish. No, we didn't.
Rory Bremner, look out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, look out. Right, let's have a look at today's action. A very, very wet Cheltenham. It was brutal. Conditions were hard. Horses pulled out left, right, and centre.
It was beautiful ground. It was beautiful ground.
For Daryl Jacob to get round safe and sound, he was concerned about falling off again. He wanted a nice bit of cushioning just in case. Yeah, beautiful ground. Let's look ahead to the. Well, it's going to start first. Obviously, Rosie Tapner. She's been out and about. She always is with us after hours lot. She had a lovely video, lovely bit of a VT regarding the Queen Mother Championship. She took a look at Energumene before the race. So let's see what she got up to.
Well, we're in the parade ring for the Betway Queen Mother Champion Chase, and I'm joined by Barry Geraghty. You've won this a fair few times, Barry, 5 times, haven't you?
Yeah, it's a great race for me over the years. Moscow Flyer, Sprinter Sacre, Big Zeb, Finian's Rainbow, so it's now real superstars.
Well, you're an absolute pro, especially on the form, but what I really want to get from you is, from a totally blind eye to racing, not knowing anything, what do you look for in a horse in the pre-parade ring?
Well, I suppose athleticism, really. If we were to start with N-Violin in the red hood, he is a gorgeous specimen, really active. He was a brilliant novice, but he's lost his form for whatever reason since then. But as an individual, he is so athletic, he jumps brilliantly.
So just looking at their physique and their legs and their build, what would you look at for the one you would want to get on?
Well, ideally athleticism, but that's what you're buying at the sales. But they come in all shapes and sizes, and as we mentioned, N-Violin, gorgeous specimen. Chacun Pour Soi, as I say, he's smaller. He wouldn't be as good a walker as the other two, but he has the engine.
Now, purely on looks, who would you want to get on for this race?
N-Violin will be on your shortlist from what we've seen to date. Politolog, he's 12, so the clock is against him, but he's a beautiful horse. And Energumene, we're yet to see out of the stall. He is a beautiful horse. I've seen him, I've had the pleasure of sitting on him, like him a lot. Shishkin isn't as big as some, but very athletic, really smart, good mover.
So I'm with Imran, who looks after Energumene. Imran, you've looked after him for a while, haven't you?
I am, yeah. Look after him a long time ago, but he's brilliant horse to look after him. I ride him every day, yeah, but he's brilliant horse to ride out.
Is he easy?
Not easy now here, like, because he's see everything and they pull a little bit. He's a keen, but at home is settled. There's no problem, anything.
What's he like as a character?
He's okay, like, you know what I mean? He's a bit angry horse. He's just grumpy all the time.
Well, he's absolutely beautiful. Energumene, very good luck for the race. Good luck, Imran. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks very much.
And a very, very good choice of feature there from Rosie. So let's have a little look at the Queen Mother Champion Chase. Let's see what happened for those who missed it earlier this afternoon.
Position, and then behind those is Politolog. They have 3 fences to jump. Put the kettle on the right, Fumanbil Suvala, the stripes on the sleeves. 1 from the left, then in the royal blue colours is Energumene. In the centre, Envoy Alan, the grey. Politolog is the extreme left. 3 from the finish, Envoy Alan, Energumene have jumped through to the lead. Fumanbil Suvala is with those. Put the kettle on, she has weakened, and she is another previous winner. Politolog at the rear of the field. This is the home turn. Coming up in red, it is Envoy Alan. In blue, Energumene biding his time alongside. Fumanbil Suvala is a length and a half behind those as they move into the home straight. They have 2 plain fences to jump. Envoy Alan is trying to fight off Energumene. Fumanbil Suvala still behind them. Energumene is the leader at the second last and now goes on by 2, 3, 4 lengths as they come to the final fence. Energumene up and over safely, and he's on the run in now. Fumanbil Suvala in second place. Envoy Alan is next. Politolog is behind this. The closing stages, Energumene is clear. and wins the Betway Queen Mother Champion Chase with Paul Townend. Energumen is a ready winner. Fumable Sivela in second place. Envoy Allen will be in third. Politologue and Put the Kettle on the final two to complete.
Right, just before we discuss the reaction to the champion chase, we've been gate crash, video bombed, whatever you want to call it, by Jill Douglas, as you know, ITV Sport, top presenter and all that. And you, how's your day been? You look a little bit...
great day, but I saw you sitting here with these lovely people in a little glass of Glenfarclas. Why wouldn't I?
You've smelt the whiskey and you've beelined your way up to see
Why
us.
wouldn't I?
I can tell those cheeks going a bit rosy tonight. I know you've had a good day.
What a great day. And do you know what? My husband bet on a horse today. He got the wrong horse in the wrong race and he's won a massive amount of money. Like, I cannot even tell you. It's like the funniest thing you've ever seen.
Do you know what? That's kind of the only way to back a winner today.
Yeah.
You kind of needed to do that.
Can you tell us how much you weigh?
He's won 1,200 quid.
No!
Where is he? I was about to say,
He's
under a table drunk. Yeah, he is, yeah.
But anyway, no,
You had a great day.
It's been a great day. And do you know what? It's been a bit wet and a bit rubbish. But you know what? Everybody's really enjoyed their day and I love that.
What about the rugby on the weekend?
Six Nations.
Well,
She'll sober up
Are
by
you
then.
flying off to Paris?
I'm off to Scotland to see Scotland playing Ireland in Dublin. And
Could
I'm
get
a bit
Ireland
So
v
you're not
Scotland.
going to Scotland, Sweden, you're going to
Dublin.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
But obviously, the Irish could really go to town on them, couldn't they? Daryl.
I don't go to town on them. I think we will be competitive.
You reckon?
I think it'll be a decent match.
Could be a bit of a.
It'll be a decent match.
Have you got another day racing before you go there?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Jeez, this is going to be a marathon week.
Yeah, good night sleep. Straight back here.
Right, I'm so sorry.
No, you're
I intruded in your time.
No,
No,
that's all right.
that was actually lovely.
Do you know what,
Lovely.
Jill? It's always nice to get intruded by you.
Is that a thing?
It's a tree.
Is that a
It is
thing?
now. It is now.
Is that a thing?
Bless you.
I mean, she's literally my all-time hero. All time. I want to be Jill Douglas. Can I?
Yeah, I mean,
Can I? Do you reckon?
you're getting there, Alice.
Right, come on with the show.
Right, we've got to get on with
Right,
the show.
I'm leaving.
Have a good
All
one.
right, love you.
Bye, darling.
Love you.
Take care.
Bye, bye, bye. See ya.
Look at this. Love is in the air.
Love.
Bye, Jill. You go nip straight across the
Go
camera,
on,
right?
straight across.
And when
Come on,
you
you've crashed it already.
when your
Come on.
red fascinator hits the screen,
There we go.
There she is.
There's Jill Douglas.
There we go.
Totally.
Goodbye, Jill. She's a wonderful lady, isn't she? She loves her race, loves the
She's
festival.
had a good day, I think.
Yeah, but look at her, yeah. We said this though. We said this earlier.
This war gone wrong.
Yeah, but you got to enjoy yourself. You got to let your hair down.
Do you know,
when
it's
you're
great
there,
to
so-
see the crowds, even on a day like today, just everyone's so happy just to be out and about.
Is
It
it?
just was magic.
I really
It's
felt
just
that
magic,
yesterday.
yeah.
I looked around after Honeysuckle. There was not a miserable person on the track.
But you can't say now. You can't come racing and go, oh, jeez, it's raining, because we're out. You've got to think, oh, we're lucky. We're here. We're at the Cheltenham Festival. So let's quick bit of reaction. A very weather-interrupted champion chase. Shishkin didn't go on the ground, hated it. Energumen essentially actually looked tremendous.
Yeah, look, he looked very professional, didn't he? I mean, obviously different tactics today. They planned it. They held him up today to try and change something, try and beat Shishkin, and you know, it obviously worked. I thought he jumped great, he travelled great, he done everything really. You see Paul 5 out, he looked under. He looked under to see where the dangers were. Well, obviously Shishkin was gone, and you know, Sheffield score had unseated. Patrick.
travelling
So
nicely.
look, I mean, the dangers were gone quite early in the race, weren't they?
Yeah.
And, you know, I thought he was very cool, very calm, very collected, and let's say he came on, he took the prize. I thought Venetia's horse ran really well.
Really run well.
Bambula, whatever you call
Yeah.
it. Beat Scoriel at Newbury, and he ran a fantastic
How well
race.
do our horses go in this?
I know, but you know, what a day for her, because we won't get a chance to talk about it, but Long Pressing was fantastic. And for them to finish second in the champion chase as well, massive. I think it was 40 to 1.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah, amazing. Well, let's look ahead to the Glenfarclas cross-country chase. We're going to see that happen for those who missed it earlier today. I think we've got the VT coming up. We just bear with me a second. I think our man the other side may
But what about this?
may have had
I
an
mean,
issue,
this
but
was, how emotional was this? I walked from the pre-parade to the parade ring following Tiger Roll. He was getting a round of applause as he left the pre-parade ring. There were cameras following him everywhere.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. You know, this horse is what jump racing is about. That's why people at Cheltenham, it's different from other races, because the passion for the horse.
Just a shame for racing. Dalterworth was in the race. Tiger would have had. Well, do you know what? He probably got as good a reception. Everyone was on winning and coming together.
It was nice actually that the two horses came in to shoot together and they came into the winner's enclosure. Like you say, he got a brilliant send-off. If that is going to be his last one, he's got a fantastic send-off. But me personally, I would rather have seen that winner's enclosure himself and not with that duty in the race. But look,
they had to come in together because Jack was getting booed all down the front of the stands. I mean, I've never heard anything like it. And in the end, David waited to walk with him because poor Jack was getting, I mean, literally it was mad.
It's just brutal, isn't it? It's one of those things, but it's and it's heartbreak as well.
Yeah.
Heartbreak. We want to see the big title come up. Let's have a look at the race. So for those who missed it earlier, this is the Glenfarclas Cross Country.
Allier, who's travelled kindly to this stage. Machuca's getting a bit closer in the stripes as they swing another right-hander and head on now towards the water jump for the 22nd fence approaching. Potter's Corner, Easy's Land and Tiger Roll. There'll be virtually three in a line as they cross the water jump. Delta Work is close up with Diesel Dally and back on the lash, and then Machuca, and they emerge from the water and prepare to embark upon their final circuit, and they're coming now on towards the 23rd. So entering the last third of the contest now. Easy's Land probably going to pick up just ahead here. Tiger Roll right alongside, and Potter's Corner is a little bit short of daylight between them there. Delta Work, the blue cap, and Machuca in the stripes are the next two as they head left-handed out into the country once more. Diesel Dallier, plan of attack in the dark blue and green, is getting closer. Alpha Disobo made a mistake and back on the lash, has lost ground, and then Shady Operator and Step Back is being pulled up. Looks like Midnight Maestro is being pulled up. Tute Permis a long way behind, but he's going out for another circuit, and so too is Poker Party, who remains in last place. So the field is thinning out, and Tiger Roll has gone to the front. He jumps on there, and he jumps on by a couple of lengths. Delta Work is following him through. Potter's Corner, Easy's Land is shaken up. Plan of Attack has been inching ever closer under a patient ride. The green cap for Dara O'Keefe as Tiger Roll leads them out over the next to Delta Work. And they head on now towards fence 27. It's the entry-style canal turn for the final time. So the 27th of the 32 fences in the Glenfarclas Chase approaching. Tiger Roll to owner mate Delta Work. Machuca in the stripes wide. Potter's Corner close up in fourth. Plan of Attack right in behind them, and then the grey Diesel Dallier. There's a small break then to the remainder are being headed by Alpha Disobo, and the field is thin right out, and it's Tiger Roll in front as they head towards fence 28. He jumps well there. Delta Work though is his shadow, and at this stage is looking menacing. Tiger Roll and Delta Work over that one, about 3 lengths ahead of Diesel Dallier and Plan of Attack, and then Machuca and Potter's Corner, and again Tiger Roll and Delta Work are very slick, and one or two of the others are now beginning to cry enough. Potter's Corner's under pressure, Machuca is under pressure. Plan of Attack has every chance in third as they re-emerge onto the racecourse proper with 2 to jump in the Glenfarclas Chase. Tiger Roll being stalked by Delta Work. Tiger Roll lands 2 lengths clear. Delta Work is following him through. Then Plan of Attack and Diesel Dallier, and it's Tiger Roll. Is this his date with destiny? He swings for home. Delta Work on the right still has every chance, and Tiger Roll might have to fight for his prize. He heads on down towards the last, 2 lengths ahead of Delta Work, who's bearing down on him. The jigging to pair have it between themselves. Here's the last, Tiger Roll narrowly. Delta Work is throwing down a very stern challenge on the far side. Tiger Roll is digging in bravely. He knows where the winning post is, but Delta Work is going to spoil his party, and Delta Work comes home strongest. Tiger Roll is carried out on his shield.
There's a lot. I would have given 2 more.
Well, just first and foremost, a quick word to describe, your one word each to describe Tiger Roll.
I think he's a legend.
Legend. Nice word.
Just a legend, you know. This
Can't
was
copy the same word.
Oh, yeah.
That's a copy of my word.
2000. When was it? He won. When was it that he won the Triumph? 2014. 8 years ago.
Wow.
8 years ago. And when he won the Triumph, we thought, oh, well, he's a pony. That's him. He's the classic Triumph winner who won't even train on. 8 years on, we were hoping he was going to win his 6th festival.
Mind you, he's been remarkably well trained by Gordon.
I just love it.
You know what I mean? For someone like Gordon Ailey to train him to come back for the festivals and for the Grand.
And they were
some
worried.
training.
How many horses can win over all those trips? Do you know what I mean? That doesn't happen. It's not a thing.
And they were really worried today because the only time he's been beaten here is when the ground went. And he's ran hell of a race.
Yeah, probably actually ran maybe one of his career bests.
Yeah. I know.
How sad does that seem? He's retired and he's literally, I guarantee you, on official ratings, if you look at him, it wouldn't be far off one of his career bests.
But it's a 1-2 for Gegenstein. This is what the Tiger Roll effect is. We haven't even mentioned the winner. Do you know what I mean? It's
Do you
The
know
thing
how hard
about
it
Tiger
was?
Roll is he's got kids. He's got the next generation, young kids coming up, like wearing scarves, wearing it, following the Grand National. And it's Tiger Roll has attracted another generation into racing.
I'll never forget that.
He's just such a popular horse.
I'll never forget the Tiger Roll Tiger Woods double with the master.
And I remember, do you remember we did these videos when for his second national, Ed got everybody to send in videos, and all these kids were putting face paint on and rolling around the thing, and you had to name.
We did it. Me and Chappers did it. We did the social stable up at Aintree. Chappers we had the Tiger face paint.
Yeah.
Went all out.
The Tiger onesies, do you remember?
Yeah, exactly.
But it was the hardest interview, honestly, today,
I'd
the
imagine.
week, to interview Jack Kenty, because obviously thrilled for him, he's ridden a festival winner.
know.
But the only thing I could say is you've just ruined the Tiger party.
I know, yeah,
and
it's
I
tough.
felt awful. But anyway, he
but
doesn't
you're
care.
saying-
He doesn't care.
The money's in the bank, he's not really going to care, is
The
it?
Cheltenham Festival winner on another one on the board. Right, let's have a look before we round up day 2. Let's have a look at the ROA leading owner visual. We won't look at that. We're actually going to give you the Pressbury Cup standings. We're going to let you know Gegenstein obviously in the lead, leading owners. Holland Cooper leading jockey is Paul Townend, leading trainer Willie Mullins, and let's have a look at the Pressbury Cup standings. 8-6. That's a lot closer than last year.
Okay, so,
My
we're
prediction
hanging in
was
there.
28
What, Neil?
to Ireland.
28 was it. Okay, you're probably still going to be
Who
right.
invited you in? Settle down. 28.
that was my
Trying
prediction.
to think, what other English chances have we got?
It's struggling now. That first day was great. The horses won really
Paisley.
nicely as well. Paisley. Yeah, we'll look ahead.
Cham.
Yeah. Well, let's get Josh Stacey. We're talking about Paisley. Let's get Josh
Get
Stacey in.
Josh will know.
Josh, he's just poured himself a glass of. It looks. No, it's water.
Josh, can you just tell us, where's the next English winner going to come from?
That's a good question.
That's one we got you in here for, Josh. So you better answer it.
The next English. The thing is the ground is so different now. You prep all year and you have the classy horses. I quite like through the raffles. Did he have a squeak?
No, he won't be running tomorrow. No. A bit too soft for him.
Yeah, so completely different complexion, and it might be.
Well, we are on a new course tomorrow,
We
aren't
are,
we?
yeah.
So we've got
It won't
fresh
be as bad.
ground.
It won't be as bad. It won't be as bad as what was out there today. You know what I mean? The new course is a good track, and it'll be
Fresh
different
ground.
ground. Yeah, it'll be fresh ground. It'll be different course.
Well, let's look ahead to the Ryanair first and foremost.
Yeah.
Where do you see it going, Josh?
There's only going to be one winner of the Ryanair. It's not original. It's not clever. It's not a big price, but Allaho's going to take the world of beating. You wouldn't really mind him on the ground, and maybe if you were going to be an each-way player, Janadil I think could go. 1-2 for Willie Mullins there.
Yeah. Shamblu, could he run a race for Scoutons?
He's a brilliant horse, and in the Charlie Hall at Wetherby, I thought he was going to absolutely dot up. It was a very special performance. I just worry that after a fall so long off, beating a really good horse like Allaho, it's an uphill battle.
And the ground for him, I'd be
Yeah,
worried.
definitely.
Leading jockey, leading trainer to notch another on the board.
Yeah.
Townend Mullins.
But Allaho is an absolute aeroplane. If you think of his performance last year, Rachel, of course, rode him last year, but he also looked like he was dropped in the race.
Fair, they went really quick, and this horse just kept going, kept jumping and galloping. It was seriously impressive. It was actually one of the most impressive performances last year of the whole meet.
Yeah. So Janadil was from a each way perspective.
Yeah, I think he'll finish second to Allaho.
Yeah.
I think the Mullins.
Nice price at the moment, around 14, 16 to 1 you can get probably. So
And there might be more value in that than Allaho in the short price as well.
yeah, fair play. Let's move on to the big one tomorrow. We've got the Stayers.
Yeah, I think we might actually win this one. I quite like Cham, especially with the weather. I don't think he'll mind the ground too much. He's got plenty of ability, and on natural raw ability, he's potentially got the most in the race.
Yeah, I was chatting to AP, and
Very
he wasn't
open.
working that well before his last run. And AP said he did a sparkling piece of work the other day, and they have left him absolutely popping. They've left him so fresh.
But it's so hard to have that confidence now with the ground. You don't know, like I just said, it could get a bit sticky to it. You just don't. I know but it's hard to really.
I don't think it's going to be really sticky tomorrow. I think by Friday, if you get the drying day tomorrow, because there's so much water out there. I think they had 18 mils or something.
But how do you expect the ground to react to it? Because it's hard. It's hard for.
If they get, it depends obviously, and when the sun comes up tomorrow. I mean, how you know what I mean? If the sun comes up real early, then it gets on early. It's obviously going to dry up. But if the sun doesn't get up till quite late, you know, it's obviously going to slow the whole process down again. I don't think it'll be sticky tomorrow. I think they'll get through it really nice. It will be trying, but they'll get through. I think on Friday, if they've the real trying day tomorrow, I think Friday's going to be the sticky day, the hard work day.
I spoke to Charlie Deutsch after one earlier. He said, "Oh, they're going through it all right," but it just seemed to it just didn't stop, did it? It didn't stop. It was quite brutal.
I tell you what worries me a bit is if it gets up to 14, 15 degrees, which they're talking about, and it's hot,
And it's
very wet ground, that's when the horses get tired.
Yeah, but it's brutal from obviously we're coming here talking about, you know, your selection that you like as well, Josh, but from a punter's perspective, I mean, you look at anti-post betting, I mean, that can't, towards the latter stage of the day, it's out the window.
Yeah.
Well, we've no interest in betting anyway, we're winners. I don't really care about betting.
Yeah, but obviously people who'll be listening, they'll probably favour your each race selection you just mentioned there, if they don't taking on Allaho, for example. But yeah, so tomorrow's race, Flooring Quarter is short, well, I was about to say short, not a short price favourite, but a 7-2, rough 7-2 favourite. Classical Dream, Time Hill Champ, all of them could be right.
Time Hill, what about here?
Yeah, I really fancy it.
I'd say
on drying
Time
ground, I worry now. This ground now is really gonna. I don't fancy him on this ground. I think it's struggle on this ground. He wants really, really nice ground. It could actually, to be fair, I mean, Em Lavelle thinks that Daisy is in better form now than what he was when he won the Cleve Hurdle. I mean, look, he comes into it because the problem is now he's going to be really stamping stuff like, and that's what Paisley Park likes. He obviously gets flat-footed, you know, 3/4 way through the race, but then he comes home from it. So the more stamina now is going to build. It is actually going to bring him. It's going to bring him massively into play tomorrow.
Josh, Paisley.
Yeah, I struggle. I even think Flooring Quarter, the ground's gone against him slightly. And even Classical Dream, he won the Supreme, and in similar conditions, you could see the rain maybe suiting him more than the others.
I think Champ's the one. Because Champ does go on the ground. Yeah. He is, and I've been in Nicky's, and he's working really, really well. He's working so much better since Cheltenham. It was like as if Cheltenham was the Cleve was a stepping stone to what we have
I thought he
tomorrow.
was carrying a bit of condition that day.
Yeah, I agree, he was fat.
Yeah.
He was
That's
fat.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was a stepping stone for tomorrow. I think you're going to see a much improved horse
What is it about Nicky and a target? Well, a Cheltenham target.
So that's why, you know, Double Green have got horses there with him, because he's an absolute genius. You know, if you want a horse prime for a D-Day, there's no better trainer than him. He's absolutely phenomenal. He can just, it's like as if, you know, he knows exactly when the horses just need to burst. You know what I mean? And they're just ready, whether it's 2 minutes to 4 or 5 minutes past, them horses are ready at that exact time, that minute, just to burst and just to run for their lives.
Just on a reaction to Shishkin, because obviously he gutted for everybody gutted, and he's so good. Was it literally the ground? Is that what we're saying?
Look, to me personally, when, like, even jumping off, going down over to the first, I didn't think Nicola was happy with him. He was slow at the first.
Didn't look himself.
He was squeezing. To me, yeah, you can obviously you can blame the ground, but me personally, I just don't think the horse looked happy even going down to the first. It's very different. You can't say the ground is going to make a difference. He was slow going down to the first, he was slow over the first, and he was, you know what I mean? It was
You
just
know, like
hard
a girl in high heels walking into the paddock.
It's awkward.
It was just like he had the wrong shoes on.
Yeah.
It's like the whole thing
Yeah.
wrong for him today.
Yeah, literally like that. But Josh,
the
you
outfit wasn't right.
The outfit was He had an outfit malfunction.
a little out. We have them from time to time, don't we?
Not very often.
No.
Well, yesterday was really
If someone dresses you, it's easy, isn't it? You just go with it.
Not a bad suit, actually.
I
Is it?
tell you,
one's all right
yesterday
today.
he was in some sort of ascot wear.
Oh,
It was terrible. It was so terrible. No, we like it today.
Yeah, but Josh, you've you look alright.
But he's
I look alright. We all look alright. It's similar today, me and you.
On that
Yeah,
one.
no,
How
that's
tweed look?
Yeah, tweed and a bit of royal, navy blue, isn't it? Royal blue.
I'm definitely standing out as the odd one in this club, aren't I?
Yeah, you're Irish. That's right. But you know, Josh, you worked so hard in racing. You've paved a fantastic career up for yourself. Now, how much, from a personal point, you love the game?
Yeah, and it doesn't get bigger than this week as well. And I kind of build all year to this one
I know.
week. And
I see the tweets. You're well on it, months and months in advance. Yeah.
Oh well, I'll be previewing next year's festival next week, so that's how far in advance. And you're just trying to look for that next winner, and hopefully tomorrow can be. Like the first 2 days have been difficult. Today the rain didn't help whatsoever.
What's been your best winning bet so far in the first 2 days?
So far, I don't want to go after time. So Gerhard in the first, I thought was going to go to the Ballymore a long way out. So he was a nice price. Obviously went off very short, but I've only actually had 2 or 3 winners so far. It's been very difficult, and hopefully the end of the week can change that.
Moment of the festival for you?
Moment of the festival. Yesterday, Honeysuckle. It was just breathtaking, and it wasn't so much the race. It was just her coming in, the reception that she got. It was incredible.
Yeah, amazing. Right, well, Rosie's actually she's been out and about as she always is. She's just getting a flavour of Cheltenham. This was from yesterday, hence the dry weather. So let's see what Cheltenham has to offer. Rosie was out and about.
This is one of my favourite hospitality spots, the Horse and Groom Pub, and it's where I like to start my Cheltenham Festival. Thank you very much. Oh, that's good. But there is so much more to see and do. Cheers to the Cheltenham Festival! Cheers!
Love it, Rosie. Yeah, that was class. That was a lovely little feature. And just before we wrap up here, we're going to see what all the public thought of Tiger Roll. So let's see what they have to say.
Tiger Roll, Tiger-tastic.
Hungry.
Icon.
Legendary.
It's fabulous.
Fantastic. Awesome. Fast. Winning. Amazing.
Fearless.
Legend.
Tiger Roll is a legend. Absolute legend, yeah.
Fantastic.
Special.
Sensational. Should have equalled Red Rum's record.
Bread.
Overrated. It's a shame he didn't win his third Grand National because of COVID, but good to see him try and win today.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting overrated. I just got. I mean, we all just went. That's good. That's harsh, isn't it?
Do you know what though? I walked around with him in the paddock today, and genuinely, I know I'm a sap, but it just was a real privilege to see him back here again. He looked great. He's been such an ambassador, as you said, for children, for all of us racing fans, to come back year after year. That's why we love it, because we feel we know them, warts and all, good or bad. But to get to enjoy him today, looking absolutely back to his best. I dreaded him sort of pulling up, looking miserable at the back. But I know he didn't win, but my God, he gave us a...
Did he have a little walk around the parade ring afterwards or not? Did he?
Little parade.
Yeah. Oh, that was nice.
Yeah. Winning lap.
Nice touch.
Lovely send off.
And a word for Politolog, who retired today. He's a 4 times Grade 1 winner, won over £1 million. This was his 6th festival today. He's obviously won a champion chase, third in the champion chase. And what a credit to the Nichols team, 11 years young and retired in one piece today. So
love it.
Well done, Politolog.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Josh Stacey, Daryl Jacob. Alice. If he's hard to forget.
I'm looking into her eyes.
Oh, is it?
Hey. Smooth.
She's a
smooth operator.
So he wasn't very nice to me today, so he's trying to. Yesterday, so he's making up.
You
Definitely smooth touch there.
It was good. She thought I was nasty to her yesterday, was it? She goes,
She was all day. She was going, fair.
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Let's settle this later.
Yeah, just remember, guys, next year, tickets to Cheltenham Festival. I know you all want to get here. If you aren't already this week, sign up on the Cheltenham website. Be the first to hear when tickets go on sale. So head over there, sign up. You'll get notifications, get your tickets secured, because they're sold out for the next 2 days. So if you leave it like this till next year, you won't be coming. It's as simple as that. But yeah, after hours tomorrow.
Snooze you lose.
6 p.m. We're back tomorrow night for after hours. Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah, cheers.
Absolutely. Enjoy the rest of the week. Good
so
luck.
Good to see you back in your britches.
Yeah.
Even if you can't fit in your boots.
Thank you, guys. All the best.
Cheers.